everybody, and welcome back to Tenza Motorsports, and Happy New Year. I hopefully have this video out first of the year. I have a ton of projects coming up on this channel, loads of stuff. So I just kind of want to go over all of our plans for 2025. So if you're looking at subscribing, make sure you do also make sure to follow us on Instagram, Tenza_Motorsports, where we do giveaways, and I'm going to have a giveaway announcement in this video as well. 2025 is going to be a crazy year for us here at Tenza Motorsports. A lot of stuff to do. If I did just what's on this list and the stuff that's in my garage right now, just the upcoming projects that I've got listed out, it'd be 3 or 4 months worth of stuff. So I want to go over, I've got a little list here of all the garage upgrades and things that we're going to be doing, and then I'm going to talk about the cars because I'll have that, mixed in. I'm not going to have like, 2 or 3 months straight of just working on my garage or anything like that. It'll be, racecar garage, kind of back and forth, things like that. Let's go over all the fun stuff that we've got coming up in the garage, and then we'll go over what's on the cars. So in the garage, our plan for 2025 is to get a lift in here, redo all the sheetrock, the insulation. I'm going to be redoing a little bit of the electrical, changing some lights around, and getting a lift in here. Now you'd think, well, the garage isn't super big. Well, we're going to be raising the roof to make sure the lift can actually get in here. We'll have 3 cars on this side of the garage. The lift will be a 2-post lift, will be mostly a storage lift. It will be able for us to drive through. We can park end to end. I don't have to run one of the cars out the back or anything like that. And I wanted to use my 4-post lift, but one of the posts would literally be right here. Because it's going to have to straddle in between the 2 cars. And so the post would sit essentially where the doors are, and a 2-post is going to sit in the middle. In order to do most of that stuff, I'm going to have to pour footings. The lift that I'm looking at doing is a 2-post that's got the brace across the bottom instead of the across the top, which makes it much, much shorter than those standard 2-post lifts. The other thing is the concrete, as far as I can understand, doesn't have to be as thick on the one with the brace on the bottom as it is over the top, but it still calls for 6 inches or 5.5 or something like that. So we're going to be pouring footings. So I'm going to have to measure those out. We'll cut into the concrete, and I'll probably do 10 inches down, a foot down. There's no reason not to just put a couple bags of concrete in each hole and make them really thick. I'm trying to list these off in order because then after that, I need to get the floor cleaned, resurfaced, and painted. Because if not, I've got oil seeping into the concrete, staining the concrete, and it's very difficult, makes it look messy in here. The other thing that I need to do before the lift is the ceiling. So the ceiling over here needs to go up. Now, luckily enough, where the lift is going, my house is shaped like this, so we'll just bump the ceiling up. In order for my ceiling to be the same height as the garage that my 4-post lift is in, I only have to go up 1.5 feet, so about that far, which really isn't that much. So I'm thinking about doing at least a foot. That way you can double stack cars, you'll be able to drive underneath them. Realistically, I'm going to go up as high as we possibly can. Then I want to sheetrock. I want to get rid of all the sheetrock that's here and then add the sheetrock that is not here. As you can see, there's a lot of bare insulation. The insulation's falling apart, and it doesn't look super great. And then just out of camera view, I've got a strip right here that doesn't have any insulation in it at all. I don't know why, but my garage gets kind of cold. Then after that, we'd have to do all the lights. We'll have to put some lights in that bump up so it's not so dark. This one kind of sucks because I need to do it now. Some of this stuff is going to be done, closer to springtime when it gets a little bit warmer. I'm not sure what temperature concrete needs to set, but I would assume in the middle of winter it's probably not the best idea to pour concrete. But I do have a heater, and we'll show that off here in just a little bit when we go through and I show some of the car parts. I do have a heater that runs 220, and so I'm going to have to add a spot on our electrical box and run a 220 plug, and I want to put that somewhere where it's out of the way, but it just kind of sucks because it's you should be doing that when you're ripping out the sheetrock and stuff like that, but I'm not ready to do that yet. But it's cold right now, so I need a heater, so I might be doing a temporary something on that. I'm not sure yet, but I do have a heater. I've been talking about it for a while. I'd like to build a different style workbench. This cabinet over here, this one here, is going to be moved. It's actually completely empty. I have plenty of storage in this garage, so this is completely empty, and I will be getting rid of that. And then my other little blue US General toolbox will go over there somewhere. Shed. when I get a shed built, so the shed I've got now is like this tall. So when you're in it, like that's at the top of the eave, when you're in it, you're ducking down. I don't like doing that. I would like to get a shed that's got a little bit of insulation in it. I was thinking about doing one of those metal sheds that you get from Amazon and then just framing it in on the inside. That way you get this skin for about $400 or so, and then it's just the lumber and insulation. So I'm hoping, if everything goes well, that I could build a shed out in the backyard for about $1,000, which would be pretty cool to do, which is a lot cheaper than buying one. And once that happens, I'd really like to run I'd put like the air compressor outside, just run the air hose back in or something like that. My welder and my parts cart will go out there. I've got a shelf with a bunch of car parts on it that don't need to be in the garage. That can go out there. A lot of the things that I don't use day to day will go out there. So things like my engine hoist, and just free up space in the garage. So the garage can literally just be the project you're working on and the cars. And then I'm not having to store everything in this little area here. And then the very end, like I said, we'll paint the floor, and we'll be painting the walls as well. I was gonna do some cool stuff on the walls, but realistically, it'd probably be best to do a lighter color so that when I'm filming in here and working on stuff that it doesn't look so dark and dingy in my garage. So the floor is gonna be probably like a gray, dark gray, gunmetal gray, kind of that color. And then the walls are gonna be a lighter color. I don't think I'm gonna do like white or anything like that, because I'm gonna have dirty hands in here and touching the walls and stuff like that, but it's gonna be a lighter color. I'm not gonna do like black or dark gray or, you know, blue or something like that. We might have some fun with some of the paint, but for the most part, it's gonna be pretty standard, and it'll be fairly light colored. Let's go pull the camera off the tripod there and show what you can't see, the mess behind the camera. I'm gonna go over some of the projects we're gonna be doing on the cars and tell everybody what the giveaway is going to be. Okay, car stuff. Starting off, we have our M54. I keep saying M54. It's an M56, technically speaking, but the block and everything, all the rotational parts we'll be using is all M54. This is a big deal. There's lots to do here. I am looking for sponsors to help me out with this rebuild. I do have some parts coming up. Sounds like Max Peating Rods might be helping us out a little bit here. They make some really good stuff, and I'm excited about that. So this right here is gonna be lots of content for us. This engine here is more of a standby engine for one of the vehicles. Preferably we would stick it in here and turbocharge this car, because that's something that we're wanting to do. Max Peating Rods, again, is wanting to turbocharge this car, and I think that'd be super fun. But for right now, it's just gonna be a spare engine because mine might be having issues, the engine in this car. Speaking of my car, you can see the back end of this is still up. The reason for that is that the rear end isn't ready to go back in. I've got new bushings. We did a set of polyurethane, so the really hard, not quite solid, but really stiff bushings. Those are coming from Bevansea. Really excited about those. Those are actually all over here in these parts. You got parts everywhere. That's a little heater I've been using, which isn't nearly as good as the new heater here. Much bigger heater. It's not super huge, but it should be really good for the garage. But anyways, back to this. We're gonna be doing all that. I've got our fuel cell here, the fuel regulators around here somewhere, and then with a new tune from RevMatch, this should be ready to run some E85. RevMatch has been really good to us, so I wanna shout them out real quick. Thank you so much, RevMatch. Fantastic gear, good stuff. Gonna be working with them a lot more. Been trying to push them to help us out with the Porsche. The Porsche has a bunch of projects coming up. We'll talk about that in a moment. But yeah, RevMatch, learn how to do Porsches. Let's get that done, that'd be sweet. Over here, we've got a bunch of parts sitting around. Oil pressure and oil temperature sensors from Shadow. These guys did our giveaway a while back where we did that throttle controller. Fantastic stuff, really excited to put these in. I just have not had time yet. Over here is the rear subframe reinforcement mounts. Those are gonna be going on to my wife's car. So this car is gonna need the exact same as that one over there. I'm pulling the rear end out, redoing the subframe mounts, and then also doing all the bushings and things underneath that car. M50 manifolds, I've been talking about intake manifolds for a long time. I've been wanting to do those. Just so much stuff to do. I've got lighting over there, just underneath there. Those were the Gia lights that we reviewed, and I wanna put them up here when we do the bump up in the garage. But yeah, lots of stuff. I really appreciate everybody so much for watching. Oh, before we go, I want to talk about our giveaway. So our giveaway is the rim from the E46. So we actually took the tire off of the wheel. They got damaged when we wrecked our E36. Took the tire off the rim, and the rim face itself wasn't actually damaged. So what we were thinking about doing was giving that away. So I'm actually cleaning that up, and we'll be painting it. I'm thinking about painting it black. I'll redo it and look nice, but it's just the face. So it'll be like, it'll go on the wall or something like that. Be very lucky I'm giving this away because I really wanted to keep it, but I thought it would be much cooler to give it to one of my subscribers. So there you have it, lots of stuff to do. I'm sure I didn't hit everything. My list of things to do is so big, and I was rattling most of this off the top of my head. The one that I had written down for the garage was just so I could write down everything we need to do and then get them done in order. If there's anything specific you guys want to see, I want to hear about it down in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate everybody. 2024 was fantastic, and we're looking forward to another fantastic year in 2025 building these cars and the Porsche. Porsche isn't getting a ton of stuff done to it. I'm going to be putting some wheels and tires on it. We are potentially going to be doing different seats in it. So yeah, lots of stuff to do. Eventually we'd like to boost the Porsche. If I could get the Porsche to like similar numbers of this, like low 300s, mid 300s, that car would just scream. I think it's already like 400 or 500 pounds less than this. So if that Porsche was doing 350, it'd beat this, and it'd probably sit with my white car. We're really excited for 2025, and I hope everybody is too. Thanks again so much for watching. We'll see everybody in the next video.
Bam!